Hey guys, have you ever stumbled upon a game that totally caught you off guard? In a good way? Well, I found a game that exactly managed to do that. Today we're talking about Chains of Freedom and what makes this game so unexpectedly good. So yeah, having played this game, there are many things I would like to share. But let's start off with the polished look. I have to say the game really nails it. This is an indie game and you might expect a lot of rough edges, but this game looks way more polished than you might think. When you walk around through this world, you're running through a place which has so much detail, whether it's the dense forest or exploring the war-torn cities. Each location is filled with great stuff, with lots of detail. And the characters you play with, they also look great. And the movement is really smooth. So yeah, you have the environment, you have the characters, and combine that with the special effects like rain which hits the surface or a fire lighting up the nighting sky. This game looks so good to me. So another thing that really stood out to me is the UI. You know, most games these days, they are just cluttered with senseless information, but this game keeps it all very clean. First of all, they just use fonts which are sharp and super readable. It's easy on the eye. And then you have the inventory and crafting system, which is really intuitive. You don't have to fumble around to find things or figure out how things are combined. It all just works. And for me, that was just so really refreshing after playing so many games with interfaces blocking your screen and overwhelming inventories and crafting systems which don't even make sense. In this game, it's all very plain and simple. And most importantly, it just works. And another cool touch I thought was how the conversations are shown. They are on the right side of your screen, which makes everything super easy to read. And it doesn't distract or obstruct your view of the game itself. Also, what worked well for me is the story. It isn't really that it is that deep, but it does just enough to keep you interested and invested in the game. As you go from one place to another, waiting for your next fight to pop up, it's a good way to pass the time. This isn't a game where you will be branching out in different storylines. Instead, it uses the story to give all that you're doing more meaning without being overwhelming or overpowering. After all, this game shines with its fighting, and the story doesn't interfere with that. So this is a good time to dive into the gameplay. I have to admit that I didn't expect the combat to be this much fun. By all means, it doesn't have any revolutionary mechanics, but what it does, again, it does well. The combat is fast-paced, it's fluid, and it's not clunky like you might expect from such a small development team. And it gives you enough options and variations to keep yourself satisfied. Whether you go stealth or you go all guns blazing, the combat feels great. There are just enough weapons to mix things up, and there are lots of skills you acquire throughout the game, but these skills do not stack up. You only have limited slots to use different skills, so you have to think about what will work for which character best. So what's my final verdict on Chains of Freedom? I have to say it's one of those indie games that genuinely surprised me. It surprised me because the story works and especially because the game looks so smooth. There is nothing overpowering and everything works well together. It isn't pretentious, it's just a cool game to play and it's easy to master all the mechanics. And because it looks so clean and it sticks to its simplicity, it does an amazing job, way better than some AAA games. So that's all from me. I want to hear from you. Have you played it yet? Or is it on your radar now? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you and see you the next time.